What's up with it, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your girl, Destiny Judah. And I ain't gonna make this video here too long, so let's jump right into this shit. So I'm at work, right? And somebody had a carton of ice breakers, ice cube gum, right? So you know me, nigga like myself, I get to reading this shit. And I see on the front, it said sugar-free gum, right? Right. But then I asked myself, I said sugar-free. Well, how is it still sweet when you eat it though? But it ain't got no sugar in there, right? Catch my drift, y'all. Just keep up. I'm going somewhere with this. And then I read the side, and it said, helps prevent cavities when chewed for 20 minutes after eating. Accepted by the American Dental Association. And I said, since when does chewing gum help you prevent cavities? So I say, okay. They said it helps prevent cavities, right? So what I do is I go to the back. Because see, this is where all the truth is at. They gonna lie on the front, right? They gonna lie on the back too. But mainly the truth is in the back. Because the truth is always in the ingredients, y'all. So if you're looking at the front and the side of this label, you thinking, well, you're assuming that this shit is good for you. But see, I know better than that. I flip this motherfucker to the back, right? And I see phenylalanine, right? That big black bold word right here, where it says contains phenylalanine. So I said, well, let me Google that. Some told me to look it up. So I looked it up, right? And look. Phenylalanine. Now, I marked out the rest of this shit because I told y'all they be adding all type of unimportant shit in the definition. But what you need to be looking at is this. Because I told y'all in a video I did a couple weeks ago how they trying to annihilate us from the inside out. And when I say us, I'm talking about us real human beings, y'all. So, let's go. Phenylalanine can cause intellectual disabilities, brain damage, seizures, and other problems, right? So, I said intellectual disabilities, brain damage, seizures from chewing gum. I told y'all that the plot is to annihilate us from the inside out. So what they gonna do is they want to start with your mind, right? I told y'all Satan goes after your mind because when you lose your ability to understand, to think for yourself, to function, right? That's when you begin to lose control of yourself. So, what happens when you consume this phenylalanine shit? A musty odor in the breath, in the skin, or in your urine. So I said, damn, a musty odor in the breath. But yet, you're chewing gum. Now, when you pick up a pack of gum, your first thought would be, to make your breath smell good. So what this shit does, y'all, is it reverses that. It actually creates a musty odor in your breath, on your skin, and in your urine. And it also creates neurological problems, like you see here, such as seizures, skin rashes, eczema, all of that, right? So, in other words, in shorter terms, what I'm trying to tell y'all is they are making you develop mental retardation. That's why I be telling y'all, a lot of these motherfuckers is retarded. I don't just be saying this shit trying to be funny. No. These people, y'all, are literally mentally retarded. But a lot of them, it doesn't come naturally. It's not that they're naturally mentally retarded. It's because of the things that they have been consuming, right? So if this shit tells you that it causes intellectual disabilities, meaning it fucks with your ability to think and to understand, you begin to have difficulty thinking and understanding for yourself, right? It basically causes below average intelligence, and it takes away your set of life skills, right? So I asked myself, I said, so what does this mean for the children? And then I answered my own question. I said, it's destroying their minds before they even have a chance to develop these life skills, such as learning, being able to problem solve, being able to have a good judgment. It's creating ADHD. That's why a lot of y'all, if you have children, I myself don't have any, but if you do have kids or children, y'all, pay attention. Pay attention to them. If your baby bouncing off the wall and shit, can't sit down, can't focus on one thing, can't lay down and go to sleep, I'm telling y'all, it's because of this food. It's because of the food. They putting this poison in the food. It creates ADHD in children and adults. Mentally retardation. That's what they're doing. Right? So that's just one ingredient. That's the felony. So I said, damn. I started to look up other shit too. I said, so they got citric acid on here, right? Now I already know what citric acid is. Citric acid, natural citric acids, come from lemons or limes, basically fruits, you guys. It's found naturally in fruits. But what happens when you have manufactured citric acid, like you see in this gum, this chemical compound? It's a weak organic acid. So when you have a manufactured citric acid, basically a GMO, something that's not natural, that was actually created in the lab, it causes joint pain, it causes swelling and stiffness, muscular and stomach pains, and also a shortness of breath. I said, damn, okay. Now that's just the citric acid. And then I continued to read, and it said it has gelatin in it, right? And I said, gelatin. I know natural gelatin could be okay for you, right? Right. But what about when it's manufactured, when it's GMO, like it is in this gum? Excuse me, I'll take that back. Natural gelatin is not good for you neither. I was actually thinking about the citric acid. Natural citric acids are good for you, right? Because it comes from fruit. But then, like I said, I went on to read, and I seen that it has gelatin. And I said, gelatin ain't good for you at all. And I'm going to tell you why. See, a lot of people don't know this. Let me zoom in on the word right here for y'all. The gelatin. So y'all can see. You see that right here? Gelatin. The GELATIN. Gelatin, y'all. How it is produced is what make this fucked up. They produce gelatin by boiling the tissues and bones and skin of animals. And not just any animals. but certain animals like pigs and cows, pork and shit basically. So to sum it up, gelatin is made primarily from the stuff that the meat industries, right, have left over. So pork skins, horns, cattle bones, so on and so forth. That's how it is produced. And it can cause unpleasant taste in your mouth. It could cause you to be bloated. It can cause heartburn and also belching, or what we know is burping. So I said, damn, that's also in this gum, y'all. So I then continued to read. And it said that it had maltodextrin in it. And I said, damn, that's a food additive for y'all who don't know, right? Now, this is where the lies come in at, right? Now, you know right here where I showed y'all where it says that it says sugar-free gum, right? But if you know anything about maltodextrin, you know that it is a food additive. And maltodextrin has an even higher glycemic index than table sugar. So in other words, it causes a sharp and even sharper or spike increase in people's blood sugar, right? Right. But yet on the front they tell y'all that this is a sugar-free gum. Now if you reading up here at the top, you know, the serving sizes and all of this shit like that, it'll tell you that it has 0 sugars. You see where it say total sugars, 0 grams? But they lying though. Because it got maltodextrin in it. And maltodextrin is even worser because it's even higher in glycemic index, y'all. So that makes it worser than table sugar. The sugar that they are telling you that's not in there. So, in other words, it still has sugar, but just a worse kind of sugar in it, right? Right. So then I began to keep on reading. And I see that it has xylitol in it. And I said, damn, that's a sugar alcohol. And I know that this shit can lead to gas. It could lead to diarrhea. She can have you shitting all day. So, basically, I say that to say this, y'all. The war is for our minds, right? All this shit is poison. And they are trying to slowly kill us from the inside out. So, let me give y'all a summary, right? And tell me if I'm tripping. So it says that it helps prevent cavities, right? When chewed for 20 minutes. So, that's what it says on the carton. But when you read the ingredients, what have we come up with? It causes intellectual disabilities, brain damage, seizures, a musty odor in your breath, in your skin, or in your urine. It causes neurological problems, meaning like your nerves, and it causes you to have seizures, right? It causes joint pain. It causes swelling. It causes stiffness. It causes muscular and stomach pains. It causes a shortness of breath. It causes bloating. It causes heartburn. It causes belching. It also has pork in it. Pork skins, horns, and bones grind up in it. It can also spike up your blood sugar. It also causes gas and diarrhea, right? It causes ADHD. It fucks with your understanding, your ability to think, your ability to learn. It fucks with your judgment. It fucks with your ability to problem solve, right? So, if this shit causes all of that just out of those few ingredients that I just stated and went over with y'all, because that's not even all of them. There's just a few. There was just like 4 or 5 that I just went over. So if it causes all of that, right, how in the fuck is it going to prevent cavities from your teeth? And I want you to pay attention to something. If you see how it says that this shit is accepted by the American Dental Association, it's accepted by them. That's because these are non-humans, y'all. And they all in on it. They're all in on your annihilation. Right? Right. So if you still don't understand, let me break it down a little bit further for you. I'm going to make it a little bit less complex, right? I'm going to give you an analogy. So, if anybody ever heard of this rat or mice poisoning called just one bite, right? What that poison does, y'all, and it really, really works. It actually works. This shit not to be played with. Is it kills and dries up the rats and the mice from the inside out. So just follow me so you'll see where I'm going with this. So say you have a rat or a mice in your house, right? And you put down that poison, the just one bite. Now the rodent, he doesn't know that it's poison, right? He thinks that it's food, meaning he thinks that it's safe to be consumed. So what does the mice do? The mice is going to keep going back and forth, nibbling on the poison, right? He going to keep leaving, then coming back. Because he's not realizing that it's poison. He's not realizing that it's meant to kill him from the inside out and dry him up, right? But the rat doesn't know that he's being poisoned until he starts to lose his functions, his abilities, right? So let me give you an example. If you see a rat or a mice after they have been eating on this poison called just one bite, if you see them in like 2 to 3 days, you might literally see the motherfucking rodent just sitting there staring at you. We all know when you see a mouse or a rat, they usually run, right? They run away. They scatter like roaches. They're going to run. They're going to go hide from fear of being killed. But after the rat, because see, you got to remember the rat has been nibbling little bit by bit by bit by bit on this poison that he presumed or assumed to be food, right? So slowly but surely, the poison makes the rat lose its abilities, lose its functions. So the rat has lost its ability to run away. That's because he's sitting there dying slowly, right? That's why I say so when you see it after it has been eating on the poison for a few days. It may just be sitting there. But see, once that rat has consumed that lethal dose, right? Then what happens the next day? You gonna find the rat dead. Laid up somewhere dead, right? That's because the rat has consumed that lethal dose of poison. But what happened before the rat just died? it's going to lose its abilities. It's going to lose its functions. And that's the same thing they are doing to us, y'all. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with us, right? Now, if you are a real human, over time or even immediately, the shit is going to start affecting your abilities and your functions. That's why I just showed y'all this shit, right? It's going to start to fuck with your intellectual abilities. It's going to cause brain damage. It's going to cause neurological problems, such as seizures and shit like that. You're going to start having gas, diarrhea and shit. It's going to start affecting your abilities. Your ability to think, your ability to understand, so on and so forth, right? Until you die. Or until you start to get sick. Then you start ending up in hospitals and all that type of shit, right? See, it doesn't affect these imposters, y'all. That's why when I say it's accepted by this American Dental Association, that's why it's accepted by these draconians and shit. These reptiles, these terrorists, these imposters, whatever you want to call them, they're not humans. So see, it doesn't affect them. Y'all know these motherfuckers can consume all kinds of shit. I did a video on that a while back, and I'm actually going to link that video below in the description box. If you ever seen this show called My Strange Addictions, y'all seen these motherfuckers consuming hairspray, house spray. They eat rocks, eating drywall. They eat nail polish. They eat deodorant, consuming bed cushions and shit. Doing all this without dying, right? For years. That's on this show, My Strange Addictions. And like I said, I'll link the video below. And that's because they were Nephilims. These motherfuckers not human beings. So ask yourself. Now don't try this at home. I'm just using this as an example. You go take some motherfucking hairspray or some hairspray and spray this shit all in your mouth. You go drink or sip on some motherfucking cleaning products, some Windex, some bleach, some Tilex, some bathroom cleaner. You go and consume some motherfucking deodorant and shit. You go consume some nail polish. You go eat some nails, some rocks, some drywall, some bed and couch cushions, and see what happens to you. If you're a real human, your ass is gonna drop dead on sight. You feel me? Without a shadow of a doubt. Now don't try this at home, y'all. I'm just using this as an example. So you gotta ask yourself, how is somebody able to consume all of these deadly and lethal products for years without getting sick or without dying? It's because they're not human. Plain and simple. So you gotta ask yourself, who is this meant to poison? Who is this poison for? Right? I got the answer. It's for you. Ta-da! It's for you. So yeah, y'all, that's all I want to speak on in this video. I just want to show y'all these lies and contradictions and shit these motherfuckers be telling us. They just be lying. This ain't nothing but a label. Some shit that they done printed off. But if you take this label off and you just eat what's inside this motherfucking carton, you wouldn't know what's inside of it. Because, see, this is the Matrix, so shit tastes good. But you don't know that the ingredients that's inside of this gum is killing you from the inside out. Slowly but surely. So with that being said, y'all, I'm out. Just wanted to drop a couple jewels real quick. All praise, glory, and honor to the Most High.